Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. How's it going? And welcome to the Just Chatting Gaming News and Trailers for the week of March 18th. This is going to be a short one, kind of a slow week. Not really too much for news or trailers, but I got a couple things for you. First thing, this is actually something we've talked a little bit about in the past, but we had more of these happen this week, so it's worth mentioning. And that is there were 4 new game studios announced last week. You've got Gas Giant Games, Magic Soup Games, Fuse Games, and Soft Rains. And I've got a few notes which you can see on screen. So Gas Giant Games, veterans from Diablo, Gears of War, Cyberpunk, Kingdom Hearts. Magic Soup from J. Allen Brack, Jen O'Neill from Blizzard. Fuse Games, people from EA, Criterion, IO Interactive. Soft Rains from the Elder Scrolls team, the Fallout teams, the Watch Dogs, which was Ubisoft. And the big thing to know about over the last 18 months, there have been so many new studios announced. And this is just developers wanting to get away from the AAA way of doing things. And I'm sure, as many of you have heard, the issues at Ubisoft and Activision Blizzard and so many other companies, just people are tired of the harassment and all of the nonsense that is happening, being overworked and underpaid, the crunch, and just people just want to make cool games. And they are figuring out that at AAA companies and the process on how so many of them do it, not all of them, but a lot of them, it's just not worth it anymore. And the technology itself has gotten so much better and easier to access. You know, of course, we have Unreal Engine 5 and so many other engines that are just easier to work with. They now know that they can create a AAA quality product with a very, very small team. So it's going to be very interesting to see what these studios are able to come up with, probably at some point in the next, let's say, 2 to 5 years. Some of the newer studios that were announced, let's say like a year and a half ago, maybe we'll start seeing their stuff like next year. But yeah, we'll have to see. But yeah, just thought I'd let you guys know that there were even more gaming studios announced, which is pretty crazy. And then the final news story today. For those who didn't hear, the CEO and one of the co-founders of Twitch, Emmett Shear, has decided that he is now essentially stepping down and leaving Twitch after 16 years. He wrote this fairly lengthy blog on the Twitch blog website. But we're at the point now where all of the people, or I should say all of the co-founders that made Twitch what it is, they're all gone now. He was the last one. So it'd be interesting to see if anything happens to Twitch over the next, let's say, couple years, and if they decide to go in a different direction or what they decide to do. I mean, even over the last, let's say 5 to 10 years, we've seen Twitch go from what was supposed to be a gaming-only platform to allow music and art and like all the other crazy stuff that's on Twitch. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see if they just leave it alone or what they do. I mean, personally, what I would do is I would bring back Justin TV. Have Justin TV be the website for art and music and hot tubs and animals and all that stuff, and have Twitch just be gaming. Whether or not that would actually work, who knows? But like right now on Twitch, and this is maybe a behind the curtains thing for anybody who's watching me record this or anybody on YouTube, if you want to like really grow on Twitch, playing games is not the way to do it anymore. And that's something that's really changed over the past year and a half, 2 years, which is really weird because the majority of Twitch is still people playing video games, but it's not really the way to grow anymore. It's so difficult. The luck factor is so incredibly high, but more people will watch the just chatting and those types of streams over gaming any day of the week right now, which is pretty crazy. All right, let's go ahead and move on to trailers. There aren't very many trailers, but we got a couple of good ones. First of all, we'll start out with the big one. We have the official story trailer for Redfall. Let's take a look.
They said one drop of my blood could change everything. Free people from sickness and death.
It's The Last of Us all over again.
2 hours passed since the procedure. Subject deceased.
It happened while no one was watching, like roots into the earth. Vampires. That's what these monsters became.
All we know so far is that this started with Avon, a company of parasites with a thirst for immortality. Bit by bit, the town was swallowed up. Missing people, dead bodies, cults.
They will come for you in the night and leave you empty.
And just when it seemed like things couldn't get any worse, things went bloody dark. Cultists call them gods. Unimaginably powerful vampires ruling over Redfall. The Hollow Man, Bloody Tom, Miss Whisper, the Black Sun. Gods created by science. But how do we stop them?
I still don't know about this game. Every time they show it, I'm just like, I don't know.
The only way to find out is to delve into the darkness. Time to take back Redfall.
Oh, there's like an X-ray vision kind of thing?
You can't kill me. I am a nightmare.
Do you see what I created?
I'm the last and the first. I will take everything you have.
I mean, it's gonna be on Game Pass, so I'm gonna play it. We'll see if it's any good. Here, get all the things. It's actually too bad that they don't wait till October to release it, because I think that'd be a great October game. All right, next up, we have the gameplay overview trailer for Have a Nice Death. I think this game comes out this week. Yeah. This is a game that we saw during some of the E3 press conferences. It's kind of like a Hades style game, which has me really interested. But yeah, let's take a look. This is on Steam as well.
Have a Nice Death is a 2D action roguelike where you play as CEO of Death Incorporated, Death himself. Death Inc. is responsible for processing all souls entering the afterlife. But even
Sounds
Death
familiar.
can't escape the piles of dreaded paperwork. So he created the Sorrows to help with his reaping. But instead, they've gone out of control, making even more work instead of less. As the CEO of Death Inc., you'll need to whip those Sorrows into shape and get them to follow orders so you can get back on with your vacation plans. Manage your way through the 7 departments of the afterlife and set the company on track. And no need to fear, the company has plans to expand with new departments. The only thing you can count on at Death Inc. is death itself. But it won't be a grind. Department floors have a variety of different options to choose from, and are uniquely arranged to keep every attempt new and intriguing. As Death, you need not rely
So the levels
on
are
just
randomly
your
generated.
own skeletal hands. With 70 weapons and spells at your disposal, you'll
lot of weapons
be
and spells.
sure to find the perfect tool to put those Sorrows back in their place. And for every failure is a shiny silver lining. Use your earned ingots from each attempt to unlock new
Yep.
items.
So it's a roguelike.
And level up to unlock new perks on the upgrade tree. So you can get back to hacking and scything away. For now. Once you've changed failure to complete success, there are 15 difficulty modes to challenge yourself with and become the ultimate CEO. Still haven't gotten the hang of it? There's even a mode to make things a little easier for you to get your footing. Running Death Incorporated is a challenging endeavor, but luckily you have a plethora of useful features. Give yourself helpful curses with downsides, happening only some of the time. Head down to the forge and empower your weapons, or even accept some special contracts before heading out.
Yeah, it looks really good. It's got a lot of
Along with
systems.
range of other options, the company has the utmost confidence in you to get the job done. So, don your cloak, grab your scythe, and get ready to have a nice death.
March 22nd. Cool. Yeah, a little bit of Super Meat Boy or Dead Cells. All right. This we've talked about a little bit last week, but this is the official gameplay reveal trailer for Atlas Fallen.
You should have kept in line. I have fought your kind before.
We were watching
And
some
only
early
one
previews on this game. Looks all right.
win. I am the order of this world. I am its rule. You may think you have power. But your
Yeah, it's like a third-person action game.
is futile.
I think it's either open world or semi-open world. I forget.
I will bury you like the rest of them.
May 16th. All right, 2 trailers left. Actually, let's do. I'm flipping my trailers around here. Next up, I believe this is a new game announcement for the game Polar Opposites. I don't really know what this is. It's a Metroidvania style game. Very cool art style. Oh, it's called Worldless. Oh, I thought it was called something else. All right, final trailer of the day is another game that comes out this week. This game first popped up again at like one of the E3 showcases, and I thought it was very interesting and very unique. Like, I can't even compare this to anything else that's out there. So I've always been kind of tracking it, and yeah, now it's finally coming out. So this is the launch trailer for Storyteller. I was gonna say this trailer is not doing a very good job of explaining what the game actually is. Now, it is kind of now. But yeah, basically, you're given a book. And then you're given certain scenes. And then you have, like, different characters. And it's your job to, like, create the story that actually happens. And I don't know if you're, like, graded on the story. Or if you're just making your own story or what. But... yeah, the first trailer they released was much better than that trailer. That trailer was a little weird. But with that, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. That'll go ahead and do it for gaming news and trailers. For those who are watching on YouTube, thank you all so much for watching, and we will see you guys in the next one.